Hey friend, I have a great one for you all today. It is a $10,000 grant. And there's nothing more than some free money to help us grow and scale our businesses. And so I want you to know that this is going to be the year that you win a grant if you have not won one already. And there is a grant out there with your name written all over it. And to give you the best chance of success, I've created a business grant checklist. On this checklist, the first thing you're going to see is a step-by-step roadmap on how to build a solid business foundation. And this is going to walk you through the entire grant process step by step. And so this is going to be the year. If you haven't won any other year, this right here is the year that you're going to win money to start and grow your business. It is time to step into the person and the life that you were always meant to have. So this grant is a huge opportunity to take that first step and change your life. And so today we're gonna go over the grant timeline, grant requirements, and we're even gonna jump into the grant application together. And I'm gonna share some tips to give you the best chance of winning this free grant money. And so this $10,000 opportunity is the Innovate Together grant program. And the purpose of this grant is to partner businesses with creators so that the audience gets the products and services that can best fit their needs. So this grant is open right now all the way up to February 29th at 11:59 p.m. And according to experts, it's recommended that you apply to a grant at least 1 week before the deadline. So time is soon approaching, so I would hop on it right away. When it comes to the grant requirements, you must be over the age of 18. Secondly, you must have an active TikTok account. Third, you must deliver on the project within 3 months. And lastly, you must be willing to attend in person a business development training. Mind you, lodging and your flight is paid for. Can I come? If you don't want to apply, you can let TikTok know that I like free housing and I like free flights too. But I know that you're going to apply for this grant because those are it. That's the 4 requirements. Simple, straightforward, and so many people meet these requirements. So I don't want to see you not applying for this grant. Now getting into these amazing prizes. First place is going to win $10,000 and they're going to take home the Enterprise Award in addition to all this money to grow their businesses. The second award is the Innovation Award, and this person is going to take home $5,000, which is some good money, and if used correctly can go a very long way. And then third place is going to take home the Community Award. And this prize is going to be worth $2,500. And overall, we have a lot of good money on the table. And we know when it comes to grants, you don't just go home with the money. You go home with connections. You get to network with other entrepreneurs. And you often get free marketing for your business because these companies are going to want to promote you and saying, hey, look at our amazing grant winner. And so there's so much that you get in addition to the money when you win a grant. We are on the grant homepage. You're going to read over all of this information so that it's top of mind before you begin the application. And so one thing I do want to point out, and is a tip that I really need you to consider, is that TikTok has clearly mentioned the goals and objectives of this grant program. And so what's going to separate your application from the rest is that you're going to include keywords mentioned in this description in your grant application when you answer the short responses. If you want a more in-depth video on how you can do this, you gotta let me know in the comments below. But you're going to include keywords from the goals and objectives in your responses to the grant application questions. So in order to access the grant application, you will need to create an account. And so you're going to click this button right here. It's going to open up to this page. You're going to include your email and your password, and then you're going to click sign up. Once you sign up, it's going to give you the same grant details, but at the bottom of the page is going to include the grant application. And within the grant, it's going to ask for your name, your business name, as well as your TikTok handle and your website. If you don't have a website, you can get started for as little as $1 with Shopify. I'll include all links in the description below. It's going to ask you to include your business address. Really don't want you to put your home address here, but if you need to, I understand. As your business continues to grow though, I need you to get set up with a virtual office. The best place to get a virtual office is with Alliance Virtual, as it is respected by banks and other lenders as a legitimate business address. And so after that, it's going to ask for how many years have you been in business, how much revenue is your business making on a monthly basis, and it's going to ask you to share the primary focus for needing this grant. And they want it to be around everything marketing. As you see, the options include influencer marketing, analytics and data analysis, web development, as well as video editing, and a host of other marketing options. From that one question alone, you know that you need to clearly state in these short responses coming up that you are going to use this money for a specific marketing need. Then it's going to ask you, which award are you applying for? And so in your grant response, you need to include tips, timeline, impact, purpose, and story. When it comes to timeline, they've already given you a window. You need to be able to deliver on your project within 3 months. When it comes to impact, what community are you serving if you win this grant? And this is going to ask you, what award are you applying for? You need to know, what marketing service are you going to pay for if you were to win this grant? And so right now, if you only need $2,500 in your business, don't apply for this $10,000 grant, because if they see that you only have a purpose for $2,500 and not for $10,000, they're not going to give you the $10,000 or the $2,500. Sure, when you're writing how you plan on spending this money, every penny is accounted for. Now you're going to get into the short response questions. The first one is, describe how you will use a grant for business growth. You want to make sure that with this question, you want to include the keywords mentioned in the goals and objectives right here in your response. And you need to make sure that your response doesn't go over the word limit as well. The next question, please provide a concise statement outlining the specific deliverable that will be created if you are selected for the grant. So you're likely going to need the money to hire somebody to do a service for you. For example, I need $2,500 to hire an email marketer to create a 5-day start a business email challenge. So I know how much I need, what is it going to use for, and the finished product that I'm going to have once I've spent that $2,500. And for the last short response question, it's going to ask, what motivates you to apply for the Innovate Together grant program? This is where they really want to hear your story, your why, what sets you apart, what makes you different. And so this is a great space to include all of those details. Once you get to this point, you're almost done. It's going to ask you to submit an optional video. I know it says optional, but you should submit this video. When it comes to grants, it's all about setting yourself apart from all the other applicants. I know you're gonna submit this video. After you do so, you're gonna include a link to the video, and then you're gonna answer some demographic questions. What is your ethnicity? What is your gender? And what is your age? And so now you're done. This is the end of the grant application. Once you've confirmed that everything looks good, you're gonna hit submit. Now it's out of your hands. It's up to the grant judges, but you've done the hardest part, and that's actually putting yourself out there and applying to this grant. I want you to know that I'm proud of you, but most importantly, you should be proud of yourself. You've made it to this point. I hope you feel encouraged and ready to apply for this grant. It should take you anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. And so if you want some additional support, I will be offering grant writing services. Look in the description below. And if you didn't hear me, I'm gonna say it for the people in the back. I want you to win. I want it bad for you, but you gotta want it bad for yourself. If you need a little additional help, I've provided some resources. I've included over 150 ChatGPT grant writing prompts. In addition, in a very limited capacity, my team will be offering grant writing services. Unfortunately, it won't be available to everyone. You do need to have a business set up correctly and ready to go. Let me know if you have any questions at all. I can't wait to see you next time. Peace, stay building.